Okay guys, so we're back with Unit 2. This is just your quick instructional video that's going to go over what is due and your expectations. So in Unit 2, it looks a lot like Unit 1. The first thing you have here is your link to your textbook. You're going to read chapters 6 through 10, okay? You have your supplemental material. Remember, this is optional, but it helps a lot in understanding the culture you read about. I would encourage you to view it and look at it. It also is very interesting. Okay, you took this class for a reason. World cultures is very interesting. So first things first, you're going to read chapters 1 through 6. Okay, remember what I told you about interactive reading when you're looking at the textbook. Okay, take a headline and turn it into a question. The Zonde scheme. What is the Zonde scheme? Answer that question, move on, okay? Or if you are a reader and you enjoy reading, read it word for word. It's a great textbook with great stories about culture in it, okay? So read chapters 1 through 6, view the supplemental material if you want to, and then you have chapters 6 through 10 quiz, okay? Remember, they are all different. Every question from each quiz comes directly from the textbook. They are not timed and you have 2 attempts, okay? And so I will take the highest grade. I also manually grade all the quizzes. So sometimes Blackboard gives you an automatic grade and it is not a correct grade because Blackboard can't accurately grade fill in the blank answers, okay? And so don't panic. I always regrade them and give you the points that you earned. Okay, and then this week you have another written assignment. This is your cultural food assignment. So you're going to click on it to access it. This is how you access and submit it. So this one's a little bit different. You're going to choose one of the following fieldwork assignments. So you have A, B, or C. You have a family recipe, food advertising, or a restaurant review. So pick one of those that interest you. Complete the assignment as indicated below each one. So each one has particular instructions that go with it. All right. And construct a well-written essay that is a minimum of 500 words discussing your assignment findings. Answer all questions found within the option of your choice and make sure you are detailed in your response. So the first one is a family recipe. So a lot of times there's a particular dish in your family that is a favorite. You're going to research this. You're going to tell me where it came from, whose recipe it was, why it was important, what are the ingredients, the method, how is it served, when is it made? Is it written or made from memory? The best way to do this is to find a family member and interview them about the recipe and its significance. If you can, it's best to actually make the recipe yourself and reflect on the significance of this enculturation. Explore the importance of this recipe for you and your family and when you would eat it together. You also need to make sure in your essay, if you pick this option, you need to describe your family's background and briefly note the occasions when the recipe is used. When I talk about family background, I'm talking about your culture, okay? We all are American in some way, but we also have a lot more to us. Some of us may be Mexican American, some of us may be African American, some of us may have really strong Irish roots, Italian roots, so forth and so on. So let me know about your family's background. All right. The big one for this option is that you have to attach the family recipe. Okay, whether that's typed out, a picture, okay, but the family recipe doesn't count when it comes to that 500 words, okay? It's just part of it. I want to see the recipe. All right. If it's made from memory, that means that you have to write it down. If you actually have a written recipe, take a picture of it and attach it to your essay. Option B is food advertising. Food advertising is basically the politics of food advertising. All right. Remember, someone is always trying to convince you to eat their product. They either are making it appealing to people that are wanting to be healthy. They're talking about nutrition, price, nostalgia through some means. Okay, a food advertisement is trying to convince you to buy their product. So what I want you to do is either take your local newspaper or a magazine or get online, use television, find some media outlet, okay? And I want you to look at food advertisement. A lot of times we get food advertisements in the mail. Research their flyers, okay? And then answer the questions. What messages are being communicated here? Are there certain foods advertised to attract different age groups, genders, or ethnic groups? What tells you this? Okay, do some of the messages carry misleading information? Do they suggest a certain lifestyle or health benefit? And do they convince you to buy their food? All right, so you have to include 3-sided sources, not only within your essay, but also on a separate works cited page. So you have to tell me where you're finding your information. You just can't make it up, okay? I need sources, and you need to make sure that you include those sources in your essay. All right, and then option C is a restaurant review. This one's kind of a favorite of my past students. If you're a little adventurous and you're able, I want you to go try a different cultural restaurant, okay? I want you to go and taste the cuisine of another culture. You should choose a restaurant that provides a style of food you have not tried before. First, you're going to want to do research into the cuisine, okay? You want to learn the standard dishes and styles that this culture has, and then you want to compare your research to what you found at the restaurant, okay? So you can explore this form of culinary tourism with a friend if you wish, and you may include their experiences and thoughts, okay? So you're going to need to draw upon the characteristics of the cuisine, notions of authenticity, and domestication. So remember, every time somebody copies another culture, they tend to use a little bit of where they're at. So we all know that not every restaurant that claims to have authentic Mexican food actually has authentic Mexican food. We know a lot of times it's kind of a Tex-Mex. We do live in Texas. There are certain elements and ingredients that we like, and a lot of times they'll put that in there. So sometimes the authenticity is not the same. That's why you want to do the research first. You want to see if the actual cuisine of this culture matches up to the restaurant that you chose. Okay? For this one, you have to include 5 pictures of the restaurant and the food that you tried. You can attach these pictures separately, or you can place them within your essay. Okay? To submit this, you need to either preferably attach a file. You can click Browse Local Files, or you can copy and paste it into this right submission box. Never, ever, ever submit an assignment down here in the add comments, okay? That is not what this is for. This is for you to add a comment to me. Tell me a question, tell me, you know, I really like this assignment, or I'm sorry the format messed up when I copy and pasted it, something like that. This is not to submit assignments, okay? All right, so quick recap, Unit 2. You're going to access your textbook and read chapters 6 through 10. You're going to view the supplemental material if you wish. You're going to take chapters 6 through 10, okay? You have 2 attempts on every quiz. Make sure you've read the textbook before you take the quizzes. And then you're going to complete your cultural food assignment, okay? Follow the instructions I provided, and remember, you only have to choose one. All right, you can do the family recipe, food advertising, or the restaurant review, whatever interests you the most. Okay? All right, if y'all have any questions about Unit 2, let me know.